Have you ever walked past an old piece of furniture and thought, it's too worn out to save? What if I told you that with just a little paint, no special skills, and a spark of creativity, that forgotten item could become the centerpiece of your home? Today, we're unlocking the beauty of vintage charm and showing you how simple it is to breathe new life into decor that's been collecting dust. Welcome to Vintage Home TV, your cozy space for antique treasures, vintage charm, and timeless home decor inspiration to bring elegance and history into your home. On this journey, we're not chasing perfection, we're embracing character. Every brushstroke tells a story, every faded edge adds warmth, and every repainted piece transforms your space into something uniquely yours. Think of it as turning the ordinary into extraordinary, with nothing more than a fresh coat of paint and an open mind. Here on Vintage Home TV, we're passionate about proving that design isn't just for professionals, it's for everyone who loves their home. So whether you're decorating your living room, brightening your kitchen, or styling an outdoor corner, this simple painted home decor DIY will give you that timeless, vintage feel without requiring any skills at all. A vintage story begins. Imagine walking into your living room and instantly feeling like you've stepped back in time, but with a modern twist. That's the beauty of vintage home decor, giving old pieces new life with just a touch of paint. You don't need skills, just curiosity and a little creativity. A wooden side table or an old bookshelf becomes the perfect canvas. By brushing on chalk paint in muted tones, think creamy whites or dusty blues, you instantly transform your space into a cozy vintage retreat. If this inspires you, hit subscribe for more simple, no-skills-needed antique makeovers. charm in the everyday. Your kitchen doesn't have to be brand new to feel inviting. In fact, vintage decor makes it warmer and more personal. That forgotten wooden stool, a plain spice rack, or even an old cabinet door can be painted into a rustic masterpiece. The chipped, lived-in look is not a flaw, it's character. Pair these painted pieces with open shelving and suddenly your kitchen feels like a timeless European cottage. Don't forget to like this video if you're ready to bring charm into your own home. Stories at the table. Every dining room has one central figure, the table. Instead of buying new, why not paint an old one? Imagine gathering family and friends around a dining table that carries history, yet feels fresh and inviting. A light distressed paint finish paired with soft linen chairs creates the perfect vintage home setting for shared meals and endless stories. It's decor with meaning, not just style. Share this video with someone who loves heartfelt design touches. Vintage outdoors. Step outside and let's take vintage vibes into the garden. An old watering can or a forgotten bench can be transformed with soft pastel paint. Add potted plants, and suddenly you've created a secret vintage garden corner. The joy of vintage home decor isn't limited to the indoors. It spills into your outdoor spaces, giving them charm and personality. Subscribe to stay inspired with simple outdoor makeovers. Simple yet stunning. Outdoor furniture doesn't have to be expensive to feel luxurious. That rusted metal chair or weather-worn table can be revived with a coat of paint. Think matte blacks, forest greens, or creamy whites for that antique French courtyard vibe. Place them under string lights, and suddenly your backyard becomes a vintage-inspired escape. Tap like if you're dreaming of your own outdoor makeover. Rest in vintage comfort. Vintage decor shines in the bedroom, where comfort meets nostalgia. Picture an old wooden headboard revived with chalk paint or a bedside table softened with pastel tones. Add lace curtains and warm lighting, and you've created a room that feels both restful and romantic. No professional skills needed, just the willingness to see beauty in the old. Share this with a friend who's always looking for cozy bedroom ideas. A first impression of vintage charm. Your entryway sets the tone for your entire home. Imagine greeting guests with a painted antique console table topped with vintage decor pieces like old picture frames or painted vases. It's a small touch that says so much. This home has character, history, and warmth. The best part? It's incredibly simple to create. Subscribe if you want more small, impactful makeover ideas. display with heart. Shelves aren't just for storage, they're storytelling spaces. Old wooden crates, thrifted frames, or even painted jars can be styled into a vintage display. By layering textures and muted colors, your shelves become mini galleries of charm and nostalgia. Vintage home decor thrives in the details, and shelves are the perfect stage. Like this video if you're ready to style your shelves with personality. The small touches matter. Sometimes, it's the little things that transform a room. A painted candlestick, a repurposed mirror frame, or even an old picture frame brushed in vintage tones can shift the entire mood of your home. These accent pieces create a lived-in warmth that feels authentic. With just a splash of paint, you're not just decorating, you're creating atmosphere. Share this video with someone who loves DIY projects but says they aren't crafty. A vintage journey. Now, step back and imagine your whole home, living room, kitchen, dining area, garden, all tied together by simple painted vintage decor. You didn't need special skills, just a willingness to play with paint and breathe new life into old treasures. That's the magic of this DIY journey, turning the ordinary into something extraordinary. Your home becomes a reflection of your creativity, personality, and love for timeless style. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share so we can grow a community that celebrates vintage charm and simple, joyful DIYs together. And there you have it, an antique makeover that proves you don't need years of training to create a home full of vintage charm. With just a little paint and imagination, everyday items can transform into decor pieces that feel personal, elegant, and truly timeless. If today's project inspired you, make sure to subscribe to Vintage Home TV for more creative home ideas. Like this video if you found it helpful, and share it with someone who loves vintage style as much as you do. Together, we're building a community where decor is simple, joyful, and always within reach.